सो कंफ्यूज नहीं होना फाइज, तुम्हारा भी वही है यार, देखो ज़रा लर्निंग सेंटर न्यू दिख रहा है
वालेकुम।
थोड़ा। वालेकुम सलाम। लर्निंग सेंटर न्यू दिख रहा, कंफ्यूज नहीं होना हम। देखो सिंपली क्या करना, तो डिफरेंट जो है वे में दिख रहा, मगर अंदर वही रह रहा पूरा। कंफ्यूज नहीं होना, जो है ये आ रहा आपको। ये आने के बाद जो है सिर्फ आप एकेडमी पे क्लिक करना है। मॉडल ट्रेनिंग आता था पहले, तो अभी मॉडल ट्रेनिंग
सर
नहीं आ
ये
रहा।
सर ये
मॉडल
कल एकेडमी जो है
ट्रेनिंग
ना मॉडल ट्रेनिंग, हाँ हाँ बराबर मॉडल ट्रेनिंग नहीं आ रहा था।
नहीं आ रहा, ये ऐसा आ रहा अकेडमी डिस्कशन ऑन प्लान।
हाँ करेक्ट करेक्ट।
यहाँ पे
ऐसे क्या
एकेडमी
रहा।
ट्रेनिंग नॉलेज बेस ये करना, ये क्लिक करना।
ओके।
देखो यहाँ पे क्या करना, लेवल 2 पे क्लिक करना अगर लेवल 2 प्रैक्टिस कर रहे तो। लेवल 2 मॉडल बिल्डिंग क्लिक करे तो तुम्हारा को क्या होता, सीधा जो है लेवल 2 पे लेके जाता। लेवल 2 क्लिक ये कर लेना हम। लेवल 2 मॉडल बिल्डिंग क्लिक कर लो, आपको लेवल 2 हो जाता। लेवल 2 का पूरा स्प्रिंट 1 2 3 ऐसा। अब पहले कैसा दिखता अब। व्यू ऑल पे क्लिक करना। व्यू ऑल पे क्लिक करे तो तुम्हारा को ये आता। फिर उसके बाद जो है अरे इस पे जो है लेवल 1 पूरा कंप्लीट नहीं करा बोल के वो बता रहा। तो द कोर्स विल नॉट बी विजिबल इफ़ यू नॉट कंप्लीट लेवल 1। मगर मैं कौन सा लर्निंग सेंटर से एंटर करा मैं। हाँ ये लर्निंग सेंटर से एंटर करा तो नहीं आता, तो दूसरा लर्निंग सेंटर से एंटर करना पड़ता। तो व्यू ऑल कर देना यहाँ पे। फिर उसके बाद जो है फिर स्टार्टिंग से आ रहा, ठीक है चलो। एकेडमी पे जो है ये माई रिकॉर्ड ऑफ लर्निंग, कोर्स कैटलॉग एंड एकेडमी लर्निंग एंड डिस्कशन। माई रिकॉर्ड ऑफ लर्निंग चेक करो। तो इसके अंदर क्या करना है, लेवल 2 क्लिक कर लेना। लेवल 1 ये पूरा लेवल 1 तो पूरा कंप्लीट हो गया। लेवल 1 का तो हो गया, ये प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। लेवल 2 रिकॉर्ड ऑफ लर्निंग ऑल कोर्सेज। सो इसमें नहीं है, तो क्या करना, लेवल 2 स्प्रिंट 1, लेवल 2 का क्लिक करो। लेवल 2 पर क्लिक करने के बाद जो है तुम्हारे को जो है यहाँ पे कौन सा होना है वो सेलेक्ट कर लेना, ठीक है ना। थोड़ा सा घुमा फिरा के दे रहा बस, होता ही चाहिए, नए ओपन करने का कुछ भी नहीं है, घुमा फिरा के दे रहा बस, दूसरा कुछ भी नहीं है। तो उसको थोड़ा सब्र से देखना, दिखना डिफरेंट दिखता मगर जो है आपको जो ओपन होना है वो ओपन हो जाता। तो सब्र से देख के एक 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 क्लिक कर लेके एंटर हो जाना। 2-3 तरीके से एंटर कर सकते हैं इसमें। जो खैर जो है लेवल 2 स्प्रिंट 3 ओपन कर रहा हूँ तो ऐसा आ जाता डायरेक्ट
तो
मॉडल
लिंक को कॉपी कर लो। अनदर टाइम जब लॉगिन करेंगे डायरेक्टली लिंक एड्रेस बार में क्लिक करके लॉगिन कर लेना।
हाँ देखो सीधा सीधा ये है, ये जो है इसको लिंक कॉपी कर लेके सेव कर ले तो हमेशा डायरेक्ट वो कर ले सकते, ठीक है ना। ये कॉपी कर लिए तो सीधा सीधा आप लोग सीधा चले आ सकते, बार बार जो है सब घुमा फिरने के जो है ज़रूरत नहीं रहता। स्प्रिंट 3 जो है लेवल 2 के अंदर स्प्रिंट 3 के अंदर आ गया, ठीक है ना यार। समझ रहे ना यार सिद्दीक क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं? सिद्दीक समझ रहे?
हाँ भाई समझ में आया।
थोड़ा देख समझ के करना है, सो नो प्रॉब्लम। सो व्हाट अबाउट यू Mallikarjun, once watch your formulas? Actually I add you just now in my Teams group. Are you able to see formulas, Arjun?
Hello, yes sir.
Now you can able to see. What about you, Saujanya?
Yes, sir.
So I think you joined with on a different device, or what happens today you are not joined as a guest?
I've downloaded Teams, Microsoft Teams, sir.
Okay, but I didn't accept it. Did you send any request to me?
Actually, in the starting only, I've joined using Microsoft Teams.
Okay, okay.
In between.
Okay, I added, but you are not joining daily the Teams app, I think.
Yes, yes, sir.
So okay, fine. Now you can see daily this formulas, each and every line item formula, no problem.
Yes, sir.
So anyway, you can see here we are discussing about this formulas like ending inventory. Yesterday we have completed up to this activity we have checked. So next formulas we have like remaining line items, ending inventory, reorder flag, safety stock target and safety stock exception count. For these 4 line items we need to add formulas, and we need to check how these formulas are working. So you can see here ending inventory, next line item we have ending inventory. So you can see here what is mean by ending inventory. Yes, what is mean by ending inventory? Yes, what is mean by beginning inventory?
Beginning inventory is opening stock. Ending inventory is after the purchase, the remaining stock available.
Closing stock you can say. Beginning stock mean on the day of that day or week whatever we have, how much you have product opening of that week is known as a opening stock. Closing stock means at the end of that week whatever we have, that stock comes under ending inventory. Opening balance and closing balance if you consider in terms of finance. So you can see ending inventory nothing but you can see here. So beginning inventory how much you have, starting plus confirm purchase order receipt. So if you have received any product then you should add that product. You have here 0, 13,000 plus 0, confirm purchase order receipt, you don't receive any product here in this week. And next you can see here minus forecast demand, how much demand we have in this week, 2048. So we need to subtract this amount. Why? Because we have demand this much amount for this product, so that we should remove this one. So you will get ending inventory. So from 13,000, if you receive anything, you should add that product. So we don't receive any product, so that is the reason. So we should not add any here. 13,000 plus 0 minus forecast demand. How much you have demand for this week? 2048. So if you subtract 13,000 from if you subtract 2048 from 13,000, how much you will get? Please do once in your phone. How much you will get?
10,952.
1952. So 10,952, this is the amount. So nothing we have here. So the simple formula for ending inventory, how much you have starting. If you receive any product, you should add that one. Then you should subtract forecast demand. So that week how much we have demand, we should subtract that amount, so that you will get here. Here also you can see. So you have beginning inventory 10, whatever you have ending inventory, this become beginning inventory for here, this week. So you 10,952 you have ending inventory, this become beginning inventory for week 2. So you can see same formula. So 10,052 plus 10,952 plus 0, you don't receive any product here. So that is the reason you should not add anything here. So after that what happens? So 10,952 you should subtract this 2048. How much you will get? Yes, 8904 you will get. Okay na? So if you have any doubt, you can once do in calculator, you can get this value. Is it fine? What happening here? Once you can do in your
Yes, sir.
yes.
Yes, sir, we are understanding.
So you can see here, this is the ending inventory, then it become beginning inventory for week 3. Again same formula 8904 you have here. So from 8904 you need to subtract this value 2048. So you will get this one, but this time you received 100 products. That is the reason you will get 100 difference here. You can see here 100 difference you will get. Why we get difference here? Confirm purchase order receipt, you received 100 product, so that is the reason you will get 100 difference. So you can see, if I remove this one simply, so if I remove this one, you can, if you have 0, simply you can see from 8,900 you should subtract this one. If you receive any product, what happens? Simply that received amount you should add here. Same formula you can see, beginning inventory how much you have plus how much you receive, you should add these two values, and you should subtract how much demand you have for particular week. You can see you need to subtract this value, so that you will get final value ending inventory. So this ending inventory become beginning inventory for next week. So this is the way how we need to see the ending inventory, ending stock, how much you have for each and every product and each and every week. We should calculate this manner. So is it fine for everyone what we are doing here? Arjun, what we are doing here, what is mean by ending inventory?
Yeah, ending inventory is nothing but they are closing stock.
Day or week, you can say here week closing stock. In that week, what is the closing stock for that week? So if you want closing stock, what should we do? What are the things you need to calculate the ending inventory? What are the things you need if you want to calculate ending inventory? Yes. What should you do, or what are the things you need? Already in formula you can see here now. We want calculate ending inventory. I should know beginning inventory, confirm purchase order receipt. Do I received any product or not? Then I should know forecast demand for that week. so that I will get ending inventory. So tell me, Arjun, what are the things we need to calculate the ending inventory here?
First of all, we need to add a beginning inventory with confirmed purchase order receipt, sir, with forecast demand.
Okay. Then
Then we get ending inventory.
beginning inventory we need, if you received any product, that material also you need. So then from that you should subtract forecast demand, whatever the amount we have for the
Sir,
particular.
sir, I have a doubt. In this formula, we multiply the forecast demand with confirmed purchase order, not.
Confirm purchase order receipt we are adding here now. Why we are not adding? You have 0. That is the reason you are not adding anything. For example, you can see here. Here you can see you are adding this 8192 value here. That is the reason 15,000 it become 8904 and 8192. You are adding these two values, then subtracting this 2048 from these values. That is the reason you are getting 15,000. Okay na? If you don't have any
Forecast.
forecast is
I think
you
this is
have.
forecast.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Okay, I'll get.
Okay. So forecast demand you have here. So you need to subtract this forecast demand value. So this is the way. So Faiz, are you? What is the? What are the things we need to calculate? Ending inventory, Faiz. Yes, Faiz, are you there? Are you there, Faiz, or not?
Sir, I am here, sir.
Okay.
Sir, actually, I couldn't get properly.
Actually, where are you?
I'm in journey, sir. I'm in train, actually.
Okay, fine. So you can see here, next line item you can see reorder flag. So what is the reorder flag? You can see what it does exactly. So it identifies the week that order must be placed before the ending inventory would drop below 0. So whenever ending inventory falls 0, so it identifies that week. So it will not do anything. It will check either whether it is true or false. So you can see reorder flag. You can see this one. So what is the format of this line item? Boolean. Boolean means check whether it is true or false. Okay na? So nothing is there. So you can see it will check ending inventory each and every time. So whether it is when it is become 0, below whenever it become below the 0, so what happens? So it simply identifies, it will give true statement. True statement it will provide. You can see here. So you can see here, if I remove this one, what happens? You can see. So where I have ending inventory 0 here. Yes, where I am falling below 0 here, ending inventory. Yes.
Week 7.
Week 7 I am getting minus 1489. So before this, before getting 0, so what happened? It will give simply true statement here, so that you should order that product, so that avoid the becoming the 0. So it will avoid to become the 0. It will give true statement. So how it is give means you can see here. So why it is giving here exactly 2 weeks before? How it is give? Why it is give exactly? Yes, here it is not giving here true statement. Here it is giving before 2 weeks only. It is giving. Why it gives?
Because in offset
I hope it is
Offset, what happens? It will take time. It will check each and every time. It will check the time period, how much you need. So if you, for example, if I have here 0, if I give true statement here, if I order the product now, what happens? It will receive the product 2 weeks later. But if you order before 2 weeks, what happens? If you order here, then you will receive here product, so you will avoid that becomes a zero. So you can avoid the falling the below minus the product. So if you give statement here, what is the use of it? If you give true statement here, so that is the reason it will provide. You can see here in this formula, you can see ending inventory, it will check shipping time in weeks. Okay na? So it will check each and every shipping time, it will check. So 2 weeks it will check. So before 2 weeks it will check, positive means before 2 weeks it will check. You can see here. So ending, where is your ending inventory? This is the ending inventory. Each and every time it will check this time. This line item it will check. So before 2 weeks, before previous to before 2 periods it will check and give true statement here itself. That is the advantage you have. So that if you order here this product, you can receive product next 7th week, so that it will avoid the following the safety stock target or whatever we have. Okay na? So we can maintain the proper stock. We avoid the following the safety stock target, which we should maintain the target. This is a 955, the safety stock target. We should maintain each and every time. So minimum safety stock means we should maintain each and every time this product. So we can avoid this safety following the below this safety stock target. So that is the reason it will give just alarm. That's it. Nothing it will does. So it will give true statement by writing this formula. This is the reorder flag advantage here. So you can see after reorder flag, safety stock target to show minimum number of units that should be in inventory. What is mean by safety stock target? What is mean by safety stock target? Yes.
Minimum stock that should be maintained in a week.
Yes, minimum stock we should maintain each and every week for particular distribution center, each and every week. So if you the stock falls below the safety stock target, we should be alert. Okay na? So that is the reason you can simply you are getting, this is the from other module we are bringing this value. Data zero from distribution center, weekly safety stock, we have these details in this module. So we are simply bringing here. That's it. We are not using any reference here. Directly we are using another module. So in that module we have safeties, weekly safety stock target. So that what happens, we can maintain 955 is your safety stock target. You should maintain each and every time 955 minimum stock. So otherwise what happens, if you fall below this one, simply you will get shortage of that product. So that is the reason. You can see here. So you have another line item, safety stock exception count. So yes.
Sir, how can safety stock be less than forecast demand, sir?
How can
Safety stock 955, it is less than the forecast demand 2048. Forecast demand is that we are forecasting, that we are expecting for the items to get sold in that week. Say 2000, then
Yes,
how can
yes.
safety stock be 955? It should be more than that, sir.
No, what happens? So what is the exactly forecast demand we are expecting? So but actually how much we are maintaining product here? 10,000, 952, 8,000, each and everything we are maintaining proper product. Above forecast demand only we are maintaining. But this is a minimum stock, not if you have 2,000 demand.
Forecasting is an anticipated result, calculated result, whereas safety stock is a minimum that we have to maintain by default.
Yes, sir. If we are anticipating 2000 stock, 2000 products to be sold,
That is
how can we maintain
forecasting.
less than that, sir?
So
No, the concept is correct only. Forecasting is for future prediction. It's a prediction value.
The
So
prediction means
forecast
we
will
will
be higher
expect that to
value.
happen, no sir. Prediction means we'll expect that to happen. If we are maintaining less stock, how can we make 2000?
So 1
It
minute,
should be more than.
okay, we should maintain above 2000, okay, that is your problem. But you are maintaining already 10,000, you can see here. So in case of minimum means at least is you have that amount. So below this value, if you what happens if you have demand 2000, so if you have only even 955 also you can manage. Okay na? How you can manage means, so by bringing however you can manage, no problem. If you have 50% also you can manage, but if you fall below 50%, if you have product, you can't manage. You can keep above, and you can see here 10,000 you are keeping, 8,000 you are keeping, you are always keeping above that 2,000 only, you are not keeping. But at least this is at least, okay na? At least is different, and the demand is different. So if you have, you can manage. So that is the difference here. So nothing, we are maintaining here, you can see here already 6,000, 8,000, you are not maintaining below the forecast demand. Anything you are always maintaining ending inventory, a good amount we are maintaining. So this is at least, without it you can't manage anything. If you have minimum this product, you can manage something, you can manage. Okay na? So you have demand something, but we should not have each and every demand in our control now. In that situation, if you want manage the situation, you can handle with this minimum products. That is the thing. So generally we manage more than this more than forecast demand only we manage generally. Okay na? So that is the reason you can see here. So for example, you can see here safety stock exception. So what happens here, if you fall, if your product falls below safety stock exception, you will simply, you can get 1, means you are in danger zone. You can here safety stock exception count, you can see. So here safety stock exception count means you can simply, if you fall below the safety stock 955 is there, you have here 6110. So simply you are writing formula, if safety stock target greater than ending inventory, then 1. So safety stock is greater than here, then ending inventory. So you are in danger zone, you can see. So here up to whatever you have value, it is fine, 27990 each and everything. But here we are falling below the safety stock target, you are coming into danger zone. We can't manage if with 610 products. So that is the reason you can see safety stock exception count, each and everything you can see. So these are the we are in this week we are in danger zone. So we can analyze that we should maintain, try to maintain good products, like whatever we have demand, each and everything. So we should maintain these quantities. So this is what difference between the forecast demand and safety stock target and safety stock exception count. So how it is getting safety stock exception count here?
Sir,
Yes,
sir, one doubt, sir.
yes.
How are we going to fix the safety stock exception in 955, right?
Safety stock.
Hello, sir.
Tell me.
How do we fix how are we going to fix the quantity, sir? Sir, with 955, right?
You can see here already I have shown this formula.
955, sir.
We are getting this data from Data Zero Phone Distribution Center module. Okay na? We are getting already historic here data module. I have shown this one. We are getting this detail from data module, Data Zero Phone Distribution Center weekly safety stock module we are getting. Is it fine? So we are not doing any calculation here. So we are getting direct from Data Zero 4 Distribution Center module we are getting. So anyway, this is the value you can see. So here safety stock exception count, you can see whenever you fall under this safety stock target, you will get alarm. So you are in danger zone. Safety stock exception count under, you can see here. So you should manage this product each and every time. So you should order before that only, you should order our product. So that is the indication. So you can see here. So this is final safety stock target and safety stock exception count. This is a final line item. So how you are getting this safety stock exception count, how we are considering, you can see how we are considering safety stock exception count.
By comparing with ending inventory stock.
Yes, safety stock target we are comparing with ending inventory. If ending inventory is less than safety stock target is greater than, in that situation you should get 1. So each and every time you will get 1, so that you are in danger, you can understand you are in danger zone. So you should avoid this state, and you should order the product so that you can avoid this situation. So if I order the product, you can see here in 6th week I am in danger zone. So if I order the any request, you can see here 6th week you will not be in danger zone. You will get good product here. So each and every, it will goes to another week, so that you can order the product and you can remove that state. It will goes again here another week, it will go simply almost it goes to which week it is going, safety stock exception count 11th week it is going, like that you can see. So if you, before that we should order the product so that we can avoid it, whatever the shortage we are getting, so we can avoid it. So this is the safety stock exception count and safety stock target, reorder flag and ending inventory. So these are the different yes, you can see this one. So you can compare your answer with this screenshot of this learning center. You can see whatever you have done. You can see here beginning inventory 13,000, forecast demand 2048, 13,000 2048. Here you have 8194. You have here 8192. What? Why you got here 8192 here? Why you got two numbers difference here? Yes. So where you are, from where you are getting this value? Monthly value, forecast demand. So from forecast demand you are getting, this is the forecast demand, you have 2048 here. Here you have 8192. How you are getting this one 2048? Demand 03 module you are getting. So simply you should go to demand 03 module. Demand, each and everything is reference here mostly. So here I think you done something here. Override you should not do. They done override. That's it. So if I not done, you can see here 60. If I click here, I can get 62. So now you will get proper value. Simply whatever they got, you will get same thing here. So 2048 means here you are getting something 2048, 2050, 2048. I think they are inserted in second week, I think, not here. First week they didn't here. So in forecast demand module they override in second week, I think. So you can see. So now yes, now it is correct. So second week they did second week. So you can see 2048, 8194. So each and everything you can see it will getting comparing. So 2050. So each and everything we can check where it is getting, each and everything you can manage it. So 2048. So 2048 everything is fine. 8194 is fine. So ending inventory 10952. So 10952 is there. Safety stock target is 952. Yes, everything is fine. In sixth week you are getting safety stock exception count. So you can see sixth week you are getting safety stock exception count. Sixth week you are getting. So is it correct whatever you have done, each and everything? So far, yes.
Yes, sir.
So whatever we have done, each and everything is correct. So you can see in week 5, financial year 2020 column, you can see reorder flag is true because ending inventory value in 7th week financial year 2020 is less than 0. The line item value 2 weeks into the future based on shipping time in weeks in line item value. Whatever I have explained, why it is getting 2 weeks before means, so each and every time it will check shipping time in weeks, 2 weeks it will require to reach that product. That is the reason in 7th week you are getting minus. So that is the reason. So it is providing true statement in 2 weeks before only it will providing, so that we can avoid that following the below the safety stock target. So that is the main advantage here. So now you can review the how it can order displayed. Okay, fine, we have completed each and everything here. So you have another line item. Next line item you can see override suggested order amount, override amount, and final shipment amount. So 3 line items you have here. So here you have override suggested order amount. So override means you have to change whether you have to change or not. If you want change boolean, you can see here whenever you have question mark, format should be boolean. Here what happens, simply whether you want to override or not. So if you yes, you can click here override suggest order amount, whether you want override or not. Is it fine? Otherwise you can remove override suggested order. If you remove, you will not do any override. Simply whatever you have suggested order amount you have here, you will get this one. You can see here. So override if you want, you can tick here. Otherwise you will get suggest order amount. Basic whatever you are giving order, that you will get 8194. So if you want to override, what happens, you should give here override amount. You should give suggest override amount. Yes, I want to override. So what is the override amount? I want to give 200 here. Instead of 8000 I want to give 5000. Then what happens, you will give, it will provide 5000 here. Final shipment amount. Final shipment amount means finally how much I should provide order, how much I should give order, 5000. So this is the 3 line items we are giving here. Override suggest order amount, if you want override or not. Yes, if yes, provide how much override amount you want. Instead of this basic amount, you should give something amount. You can see here it is the 8194 is there. If I click here, simply I will get 8194 here. Otherwise what happens, it will become 0. If you will not provide any request, you will get here 0 here. No problem. If I provide here, so you will get basic order suggest order amount, you will get here final shipment amount. So do you want override or not? If you don't want override, you will get same value. If I want override, then it will become 0. Basic value whatever you are getting 8194, you should give something order. 2000 I want provide order instead of 5000. So instead of 8000 I want provide 10000. I am feeling 8000 is a short, becoming short. So that is the reason I want to provide 10,000. So in this scenario, what happens? Final shipment amount, it will provide 10,000. Is it clear what happening here? What is the override suggest order amount? What is the override amount? What is the final shipment amount? These 3 are the same. So it is working for same formula. If I want override this suggested order amount, so this is the basic amount. If I want to override this amount, I don't want to feel this is the correct one, so something I want to change. So in that scenario, what should I do? I should click on here override suggest order amount. Then I should override the amount, how much I want to give. So later what should I do? Override shipping final shipment amount. If I want override, how much I want override? 5,000 I will get here, 10,000 I will get here, 1,000 here. So I should click here. So I should click here, 100 I want to give. Simply I will get 100. Is it fine? How it is happening? How it is working, this formula? Yes, Faiz, how it is happening here? Are you able to tell or not? Yes,
I am
Faiz.
listening, sir.
Oh, you are only listening. So Saujanya, how it is happening? This one? Explain. What is the...
Sir,
Yes.
sir, for suggested order amount for that month, if we think this stock is not enough, then we can override that stock amount by checking the override suggested order amount.
Yes.
If we select that courier, it will allow us to write in the override amount. So if we
Okay.
write that override amount, even though it is less than the suggested order amount or greater than suggested order, it will take the override amount as a final shipment amount.
Yes, exactly. So Mallikarjun, please explain how it is providing, why it is required override suggest order amount, and how we are providing override amount.
Sir, 1 second, sir.
Yes.
Sir, 1 second. Sir, for us to override suggested order amount, submit purchase order request boolean should be checked, sir. It should
Yes,
be
yes.
checked.
It should be checked each and every time. Okay, na? So if I remove this one, simply you will get 0 here. Okay, na? Every time it will get 0 simply if I remove this one. So you can see formula here, final shipment amount. So if not submit purchase order request, then 0 simply. If you don't have any request, you will get 0 simply. Else if not override suggest order amount, otherwise it is not override suggest order amount. If we check it here, if we don't do override, so what should the formula? If not override suggest order amount, so then suggest order amount, whatever you have basic value. If you don't do any override suggest order amount, simply you should provide suggest order amount. I didn't do any suggest order amount here, override any suggest order amount. That is the reason I got here basic value. Suggested order amount whatever I have here, 8194, I got here 8194. Otherwise override amount, otherwise simply override amount. Whatever I am doing override, simply you can see here, here I am doing override, so simply I am getting override amount. This formula is working here. For example, if not submit purchase order request 0, not happens, we did here, yes, not override suggest order amount, but we done override suggest order amount. That is the reason it took override amount. Okay, na? So here 2 statements are failed, so it goes to third statement, override amount, so that you are getting override amount, you are getting here in third step. So this is the way how we need to do. So fine. So Mallikarjun, how it is getting, please explain me.
Yes, sir. For to get final shipment amount, we need to you must need to submit submit purchase request. We need to click on that, so we get final agreement. If you feel suggested agreement amount is not correct, we can override the amount by clicking on the override amount. We can give correct amount whether it is above suggested amount, whether it is lowest above suggested amount. Yeah, if you feel that override suggested amount is not correct, then you can give our own value. Then we can get final shipment value, sir.
Okay, fine. So please practice this once to 2 times, so it will become easy. So okay, na? So then only you can become perfect. So otherwise if you watch, nothing will happen. So that is the reason I asked each and every time students to complete level 1 3 times and level 2 3 times. So then only you can become perfect. So you will get clear idea what happening each and every line item, each and everything you can get easily. Nothing problem you face. So that is the reason. So you can see here next line items you have simply. So final shipment amount, here you can see formula hints, formula each and everything we have done here. So but after completing the formula, confirm purchase order receipt formula you should change. Instead of suggest order amount, we should keep final shipment amount. Why? Because you are overriding the amount now. So in that overriding amount you should keep final shipment amount. So here I done already yesterday night, I have sent this formula, you can see. So here I confirm purchase order receipt, second time you should keep this formula, and this is the formula for third time. So final shipment amount and final shipping time in weeks. So this is the second time, this is the third time. First time what we have used, this formula we used, you can see here. First time's formula you can see, for confirm purchase order receipt you have used this formula. Confirm purchase order receipt you have used this formula, you can see. If same, everything is same, suggest order amount we have referenced this line item. But second time instead of suggest order amount we have used final shipment amount, and third time final shipment amount and shipping time weeks. Instead of shipping time in weeks, final shipping time in weeks. That's it. Final shipping time weeks we have considered. So that is the difference, nothing is there. So each and every time after completing these formulas you should check, you should, while writing formulas you should check even this one also. Each and every time you should check these formulas, and you should compare that text whatever I have sent chat box, that should also you should check, so that you will get proper answers. So you can see here, after updating these formulas, update inventory, ordering, allowance, overhead, shipping methods. These are the shipping method formulas. So after completing this formula you can see final shipping time weeks you should take. Line item is same. First time you should take, instead of that one suggest order amount you should keep final shipment amount. Here shipping time in weeks you should keep final shipping time in weeks. That's it. Two differences you have for same line item, step 2 and step 3. So we should check each and everything. So we can see here this stage. So overhead shipping method, so overhead method, final shipping method, final shipping time in weeks. So you can see these 4 line items we have here. So overhead shipping method or not, you can see this is a boolean. Overhead shipping method or not means whether you want override or not. If you want override, in that situation what will you do? Yes, I want override. So you should keep here override shipping method. You can see you don't have any formula for this one, just you should click here. If I want override, I should click here. Is it okay? So you don't have any formula, just boolean line item. If you want override, you should check that box, so that you can override whatever you want. So this is the override method. Next line item you can see. So whether if you want override, you can give tick mark here, you should check that box, so that you can override. So override method, second line item is the override method. So if you want override method, so which method you want, okay, now you should select manually. So if I want override here, so you can see here, if I want override, which method I want, basically which method, in which method I am shipping this product, basically in which method I am using here. Yes,
Road.
by road I am sending this product. So override, if I want go to air here. So what happens, simply shipping time become, you can see here, it require only 1 week. If I go to road, what happens, 2 weeks it will take. Shipping time in weeks, it will take 2 weeks. So if I override, what happens, if I take a override method as the air, how much it will time it requires? 1 week only it required. Is it fine? what happening if I do override? The product will reach very soon. So that is the advantage if you do override. Whenever you want product urgently, if you want send that product, so in that situation you should override the shipping method. So simply you should check box, you should check this box, then you should select this one. So then automatically you can go to another method whatever I want. So this is the way how we should go each and every method you can see. So you can see here, if I select here and I take here air instead of road, so you can see final shipping method is air. Here what happens you can see, so this is the general method is the road. So if I take here air, you can't get air here. Why? What is the problem? Yes, what is the problem? I didn't getting any,
Because it,
because why I am not getting here?
because this final shipping method, maybe formula is written as shipping method.
So you can see formula override shipping method, here final shipping method you can see here. So it what happens, you should check here, then what happens if you override, then it will check here and it will provide here. So if you don't override, what happens, it will simply it will take whatever the default method is there, shipping method, it will take simply that only. Okay na? So that is the reason we are maintaining the formula. If it is not override shipping method or is blank override method, then shipping method, otherwise override method. What happens if you do override, then it will take override method, otherwise what it will take, simply default method it will take. So that is the difference here. So if you do here override, simply it will take air, otherwise it will take default method, whatever I have method, so that road it will take simply. So this is the difference each, and for three formulas you can see. So override shipping method you don't have any formula, override shipping method also you don't have any formula. So whatever you want you can take manually, whatever method I want I can take manually, so that it will takes. So simply whatever you are giving shipping air, whatever you are giving it is taking, no problem. So but if you want final shipping method, you are giving link to these two. Whatever if I do override shipping method, it will check override method and it will provide finally whatever you are giving this one override method, otherwise default method it will take. For example you can see here, so I did over here air method I selected, but it didn't we didn't do here override. So that is the reason it's taking simply default method it is taking. If I do here checkbox, simply it will take air. So that is the difference here. So you can see formula for this one, we don't have any formula for these two line items, and you have only formula for override method. So we have formula for override here, final shipping method you have formula. So if not override shipping method, if you not override shipping method, so R is blank override method, then shipping method it will goes to simply normal shipping method it will go. If you don't do override method or override method is blank, otherwise it will take override, whatever you done override, so it will take simply override method it will take, otherwise normal shipping method it will take. So that is the difference here. So you can see this is the final shipping time in weeks. So you have here final shipping time in weeks. So what is the final shipping time weeks means, you have this different formula. So we are taking one module, we have transportation 01 shipping metrics module, you have how much we required for each and every product, one module, different module. So in modules transportation 01 shipping module you have this module, how many weeks required, each and everything we have in this module. We are taking this module as a reference. So lookup, we are watching this module on the base of final shipping method, on the base of product wise. So how much I am getting, so if I take air I am getting 1 week to required to reach that product. If I send by road, it will require 2 weeks. You can see each and everything, how much it will require. By road it will take 2 weeks. By if I, for example, if I consider by train, By train, how much it will, by rail, how many weeks it requires? 4 weeks it will requires. So each and everything it will watch from here. Final shipping time weeks. So this module it will check, and final shipping method whatever we are providing. So it will final shipping method it will check, rail or road or each and everything, and it will watch each system 08 SKU details product wise, so that you will get how many weeks it will require. It will provide final shipping time here. So this is your final shipping time in weeks. So anyway, this is the final shipping time. So this is the till you can see here. Overhead shipping method, overhead method you don't have any formula. You should give boolean check mark here. You should select overhead method. So final shipping method. So final shipping method already we have seen. So each and everything we have giving condition. If you do override, it will take override method. Otherwise it will goes to default method. So that is the final shipping method. Final shipping time weeks, it will takes value, check values, transportation 01 weeks module it will goes, and on the base of final shipping method and product wise it will provide how many weeks it will requires. So this is this final formula. So you can see here, after completing this one, instead of shipping time you should keep final shipping time. For same line item you are doing 2 changes here. So here you are keeping, instead of suggest order amount, final shipment amount, and here you are keeping, so instead of like final shipping time, we are keeping final shipping time. So that's it, we are taking 2 changes. So this is the final step for these modules, you can see here. So if you complete this one, simply you need to do each and every reorder we need to highlight each and everything, so that we can complete this model building activity. So you can see, so shipping cost, final shipping cost and shipping cost variance. So this production orders is just, we don't have any data. So just for category dividers we are using, separate the organize the line items. Just we want to categorize line items, we are keeping this line item production orders. But we have shipping cost, final shipping cost, general shipping cost what we have, what is the final shipping cost what we have. So if you do variance, if you do override, what is the difference between the normal shipping cost and override shipping cost? So you will get this difference. So basic shipping cost and override shipping cost, and what is the difference between the basic and override shipping cost, you will get variance. So you can see here, shipping cost and so shipping cost you can see. So shipping cost also you are getting a value from here. So from transportation module only you have one line item, you can see here. So final shipment amount by 1000 into transportation shipping metrics cost per 1000 units. So you are how this in this module only you are getting this cost per 100 units, you have line item. So by watching this one you will get cost, shipping cost. So by lookup we are using formula, and system 08 module we are using. So on the base of system 08 module, product wise So are you able to watch my screen?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine, you can see. So shipping cost you can see here. So by dividing this one by multiplying final shipment amount by 1000 into, so this module we have transportation the module you have, so cost per 100 units you have. So in this module, by watching on product wise and shipping method, for each and everything by watching you can get shipping cost. So how much you are, if you want to transport this final shipment amount, how much you are shipping the product. So 8,000 products if you are shipping, so how much you need. So 532 product, 532 amount you are getting. So this is your shipping cost. So for one for this product you are getting this one. So this is the first step, shipping cost. For one for this many product you are getting cost $532. So this is the first step. So after that you have final shipping cost. What is the final shipping cost? You can see what is the shipping final shipping cost. Just you have, so 245. Why you have 235 here, 245 here instead of 532? Final shipping cost we are getting less. What is the difference? Yes.
సబ్స్క్రైబర్స్ కూడా చాలా మంది తెలుగు డబ్బింగ్ లో ఉన్న మూవీస్ తెలుగు చేయమంటారు
Yes.
తెలుగు లాంగ్వేజ్ అవైలబుల్
You selected here override method. So if I didn't select override method, you can see same. So if I select override method, if I select instead of road I selected rail. That is the reason cheaply it getting cost 245. Instead of rail, if I select air, for example, in this situation what happens? The final shipping cost will increase $819. So what happens? Shipping cost variance you can see. So you are getting minus loss. If you are send this product by air, you are getting $819. So if you are sending this product by road, $532. If you send this product by rail, example, rail, what happens? Train is the cheapest way. So that is the reason what happens. Simply you can send your product in cheaper way. So you can see you are saving your amount. So but it will take more time, 4 weeks. If you send by road, what happens? You will get within 2 weeks you can send. If you send by air, what happens? So if you send by air, it will take less time, only within 1 week you can reach, but it will cost, it become costly. So that is the difference. If you have urgent that product you have to send, then in that situation, so you should send air. So that is the reason each and everything you should plan accordingly. So that what happens, if you have 8 weeks time, you can send your product by rail. In cheaper way you can send product from one place to another place. If you don't have that 8 weeks time, what happens? Only if you have 2 weeks, then you should send, you don't have any option. So instead of by rail it takes 4 weeks, by road it takes 2 weeks, by air it takes 1 week. So in this way we should plan accordingly, so that our cheap economically you can transport product one place to another place. That is the advantage, that is the planning advantage we have. If you do emergency any work, you can't do economically. So that is the, in that situation you are whatever the amount is happening, you will not think any amount in that situation, emergency situation. If you have time, you can think about economic. So that is the reason you can see. So final shipping cost you can see here. In the difference between the shipping cost and final shipping cost, nothing is there, just final shipping method we are checking, that's it. You can see final shipping cost line item, final shipment amount by 1000, and transportation shipping metrics by week, cost per 100 units, lookup, final shipping method, and system 08 product. This is the same product wise we are watching, final shipping method we are watching. In shipping cost what we are doing? Same thing, just ship, instead of final shipping method you are using shipping method, that's it. Shipping method only changing, that's it. Default or override shipping method we are using, just it is taking. So that is the difference here. So variance nothing but you will get simply variance, subtract, it will get subtract. So if not override shipping method, then 0. If you don't do override, it will simply get 0. Otherwise if you do override, shipping cost minus final shipping cost, basic shipping cost minus final shipping cost. So you can see here you are getting 0. Why? Because you don't do any override shipping method. So here if I do override shipping method, simply whatever you are getting value each and everything, so you will get here. If I do here, simply you can see here same thing. So by air, if I do here, by ship, you can see. So very cheaply you are getting. So but it will take say 8 weeks. Is it clear what happening here? What is the shipping cost and final shipping cost and shipping cost variance? Yes. What happening?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is the advantage we have. We need to check each and every time. So we have completed this one, but you have to complete this activities. So you should complete level 1 3 times and level 2 3 times. Then only you will get clear idea. Okay na? So and one more thing, I asked each and everyone to give mock interview, but so far only one time you have given, that's it. I asked to give minimum 4 to 5 times that level 1 mock interview. Almost we are in level 3 sprint 3, but you didn't given 4 5 times that level 1 mock interview. You can prepare this level 2 questions also, 50 final mock interview questions whatever I have given. You can prepare for that questions even. Only you have that already like ALM concept in conclusion we have. So that concept we have, and line item subset concept we have in that one. So in conclusion, these are the most important one. I think ALM concept also I covered already. Nothing is there. So if I covered that line item subset, almost you can apply for interviews also. So but before that you should give mock interviews for this final 50 question answers and level 1 50 question answers whatever I have provided. So these 2 question answers you have to prepare, and you should give mock interviews. You should focus on mock interview now onwards. So shortly you can upload the resumes and you can face interviews. So what is the problem? Why you are lagging? Yes. When can I expect this level 1 and level 2 mock interviews 50 question answers also you should give? Already almost we covered most of the topics. Only that line item subset of topic only I have to cover. So these are the topics only. You have 4 to 5 activities you have. You don't have more activities here. So after completing this one, this is a very lengthy activity, inventory ordering. So testing formula is nothing is there. DCA is there. DCA also already we completed like in sprint 2 dynamic cell access. How should we apply to dynamics? Nothing is there. So saved view, you can see here saved view 1 you need to create. You have so many saved view created. Preparation of UX page. This also so many activities we have done. So only 4 5 activities are there here. So 4 to 5 activities are there. Nothing we have here in sprint 3. So in conclusion, anyway we have ALM topic we covered 2 3 times. So line item subset is the most important topic we have. So we have to complete this that line item subset. But anyway you should complete this mock interviews of level 1 50 questions and level 2 50 question answers, so that you can complete other topics now. You can upload your resumes and you will get confident, and as soon as possible you can go to interviews. Why you are lagging? I am not getting.
Sir, we'll try to give next week, sir.
So
Next time.
Faiz, you are always saying, it says within 2 days I will give, within 2 days. Always you are saying same answer, Faiz. You should try to spend more time, Faiz. Complete revision and mock interviews each and everything. So you can upload resumes. You don't have more time. Okay na? So if you upload within 1 week, if you upload these your resumes, what happens? You can face interviews. Nothing will happen. Is it okay for you, each and everyone?
Okay. Sir,
Yes.
Okay, sir.
After Tuesday it is the yesterday's class, right?
So yesterday class.
सर ट्यूसडे के बाद कल ही क्लास को आना सर.
ट्यूसडे के बाद कल ही हुआ ऑलमोस्ट. यहाँ
रिकॉर्डिंग कुछ भी नहीं था.
नहीं कुछ भी नहीं है. ट्यूसडे के बाद कुछ भी नहीं हुआ. ठीक है ना? तो फार्मूलास पूरा चार्ट बॉक्स में डाल दिया मैं. पूरे चार्ट बॉक्स में डाल दिया. तो तकरीबन जो है ज़्यादा कुछ भी नहीं है. तो जितना जल्दी हो सके उतना जल्दी तुम लोग कंप्लीट कर दिए तो क्या होता, तो रिज्यूम अपलोड कर सकते. क्योंकि जो है ये लोग क्या हो रहा है, ये फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड बैच वाले ऐसी लंबा करके जो है टाइम पूरा ख़राब करे, अभी भी अपलोड करने वास्ते सोच रहे, अभी भी थोड़े लोग अप्लाई करे, थोड़े लोग जो है अभी भी अपलोड करने वास्ते आज करते कल करते बोल रहे। वैसा करते तो टाइम वेस्ट हो जाता है यार। जितना जल्दी अपलोड करेंगे ना उतना रियल टाइम कॉन्फिडेंट आते रहता। तो इसके लिए जो है 1 वीक के अंदर आप लोग अप्लाई करना है। तो ये 1 वीक के अंदर पूरा जो भी है मैं क्लोज कर दे तुम, तो तुम लोग रेज्यूम सैम्पल रेज्यूम्स भी भेज तुम, रेज्यूम्स भी प्रिपेयर करो। रेज्यूम्स प्रिपेयर करके जो है 1 वीक के अंदर अपलोड करना है रेज्यूम्स, ठीक है ना। तो ज़्यादा टाइम अगर लेंगे तो क्या होता, टाइम वेस्टेज हो जाता, फ़ायदा कुछ भी नहीं है। तो अपने पास और रिकॉर्डिंग सेशंस भी है ऑलरेडी, जो ये पूरे जितने भी टॉपिक्स हो गए कवर करे सबका रिकॉर्डिंग सेशंस भी है। अगर कुछ भी डाउट रहा तो रिकॉर्डिंग सेशन देख लेके भी कर सकते हैं, वो भी अगर भेजा दिए तो, अगर कुछ 1-2 टॉपिक्स अगर रह गए तो भी वो प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। जितना जल्दी तुम लोग जो है अगर अपलोड करेंगे तो रिज्यूम्स और मॉक इंटरव्यूज़ देना ये असल है, तुम लोग कॉन्फिडेंट आ जाता। और तुम्हारा को एक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दिया फाइल सबको कांटेक्ट करने का, कहाँ था क्या रोज़ एक 2-3 दिन को एक बार तो भी करना था, क्या है स्टेटस है लोगों का, हामिद है, अज़हर है और याकूब है, ये लोगों का क्या स्टेटस है। यस फाइज, आर यू देयर फाइज? Yakub, what about you? Till which lesson you completed activities?
Sir, second lesson I started, sir.
Second sprint or second lesson?
Yes, sir.
Second lesson means second sprint or second lesson?
Second level Super 2, sir.
Why you started second level? Already we completed second level and we have started level 3, sprint 3 also we have started, na?
Yes, sir. Sprint 3 we have started.
Now we are
Sprint 2.
we are in sprint 3. Yeah, hope you can see this is sprint 3, level 2
Yes, sir.
sprint 3.
Yes, sir. Level 2 Sprint 3 it's running.
Did you start this one or not? Sprint 3.
No, sir, I didn't start.
You should complete these
Today.
activities. I already what I am saying. So within 1 week to 10 days, you should upload the resumes. You should give mock interviews and each and everything. Otherwise, what happens? Your time will become waste. Nothing will happen.
Yes, sir.
So my target is within 1 week to 10 days, everyone should upload the resume. So you don't waste your time. You should prepare mock interviews for level 1 50 question answers and level 2 overall 50 question answers, whatever I have provided. You should complete that question answers also. Is it fine for you, Yahoo?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, fine. What about you, Arjun? You also give mock interview and each and everything.
Okay, sir.
Assalamualaikum. Hello. Alhamdulillah. कैसे? इधर पे हेलो बोलिए ठीक है क्लोज कर रहे हैं ऑलरेडी बोल रहा हूँ क्लोज कर रहे So I am winding up this session. Please complete this all activities. So as soon as possible. Till date you complete Yahoo and Saujanya you also. Arjun you also complete all the activities and so that we can go ahead. So within 1 week to 10 days everyone should upload the resumes and you should complete all the activities and you should give mock interviews for level 1 and level 2. So then only you can easily crack interview. So that is my suggestion for each and everyone. So if you follow that one you can easily crack, otherwise you face problem. So thank you for all. So if you have any doubt you can contact later our candidates whatever I have.
Tomorrow at what time sir class?
So mostly you have morning only class. So if I reschedule I will inform, no problem. Okay na? Okay, thank you for all. We will meet tomorrow.